The Shamrocks and the Bravettes are ready to go now to the public address announcer at the Devaney Center. Here's Rich Broderson.
Association and its member schools, welcome to the Bob Devaney Sports Center for the NSAA 1996 Nebraska High School Girls Basketball State Tournament. Now for tonight's Class C1 championship game between the 24-0 Columbus Scotus Shamrocks and the 25-0 Battle Creek Bravettes. Here are the lineups. First, the non-starters for Columbus Scotus. Number 12, Carrie Sliva. Number 20, Stacy Roshi. Number 24, Sarah Kuhneman. Number 30, Nikki Jaswick. Number 32, Holly Van Ackeren. Number 34, Andrea Torzon. And number 40, Amy Wimhoff. Now the non-starters for Battle Creek. Number 10, Steph Kuhar. Number 12, Kim Ashker. Number 14, Julie Carson. Number 32, Crystal Reifenrath. Number 44, Sheila Baker. Number 50, Sarah Peterson. And number 52, Alicia Podani. And now, here are the starters for Columbus Scotus. A 5'3" sophomore, number 14, Christy Korth. A 5'7" senior, number 22, Shauna Greiner. A 5'10" junior, number 42, Carmen Burbach. A 5'9" junior, number 44, Rhea Wimhoff. And a 5'10" sophomore, number 50, Kim Rickert. The assistant coach is Scott Miller, and the head coach of the Central Catholic Shamrocks, John Peterson. Now, here are the starters for Battle Creek. A 5'7" junior, number 22, Tiffany Volk. A 5'7" senior, number 24, Karen Shocker. A 6-foot sophomore, number 34, Tanya Volk. A 5'9" senior, number 40, Angie Klein. And a 5'9" junior, number 42, Mindy Potton. The assistant coaches are Teresa Christensen and Ginger Land, and the head coach of the Bravettes is Bob Schnitzler. The officials for tonight's game are Jeff Heinrichs and Todd Yorgis. The bench official is Mark Hickson.
25-0 versus 24-0. The number 1 seed, the number 2 seed. Everything's gone just as planned. Now it's time to play basketball. The C1 championship is on the line. Battle Creek and Columbus Scotus. And you can imagine with these teams being geographically close to each other, there are some common opponents. But really the only score that sticks out, the only common opponent that sticks out is Wayne. Battle Creek had an easy time with Wayne early in the season, 65-36. Midway through the season, Columbus Scotus with a much tougher time against Wayne, 44-42. Other than that, the common opponents, really both teams neither one has an advantage. So that's where we stand as the green and gold Shamrocks of Columbus Scotus take on the purple and gold of the Battle Creek Bravettes. Head coach Bob Schnitzler, he does double duty. He also coaches their football team, and a fine football program they have at Battle Creek, and a fine women's basketball team they have there as well. The only 4-time consecutive champion at the state tournament, the Battle Creek Bravettes.
And Battle Creek is in their home white uniforms, just scoring inside there.
And it's Tanya Volk for the first 2 points of the basketball game.
She's a 6-footer. She's big inside, and she's going to be a major factor if Battle Creek hopes to beat the #1 team in the state.
The last time these two teams played was a year ago at the state tournament, the first round, with Scotus victorious 44-42. Scotus would go on to lose in the finals to Hastings Adams Central 36-30. Scotus trails 2-0. They have the basketball. Christy Korth, that's Shauna Greiner. Moving it around, Rio Wernoff. Scotus looking for some way to get inside now, and they're still passing it around the perimeter. We've played a minute, 2-0 Battle Creek. Long cross-court pass. Sometimes a dangerous pass when you're throwing to a 5', 3" sophomore.
Sure, and it's tough going over a 1-2-2 match of defense on the outside to take away that outside game, but that opens up holes right there in the middle for young ladies like Carmen Burbach, who just hit the deuce to tie this game at 2.
First inside penetration, first basket, 2-2 tie. Battle Creek and Columbus Scotus. Bravettes with the basketball, wearing the white.
And they're in a man-to-man matchup defense, and it costs a turnover right there.
And it's Wernoff back the other way. But quickly, Battle Creek back on defense, and Columbus Scotus is going to have to set up for this basket. The C1 championship.
And they really are pushing him far out top. And there's only one post person inside, but she's down on the block right now. They're having to throw the passes over the defense, and you don't really like to see that early. You want to see good crisp passes and get the ball around to find holes in that defense.
Now moving it around smartly. Here's the turnaround jump shot. Wernoff comes up short, but the rebound to Korth. And Christy Korth, the smallest player on the floor, comes away with a big rebound. Gives her team a chance at the lead. Long jump shot on the way, but it's off the front of the rim and no good. Wernoff, and the rebound brought down by Tanya Volk, the 6-foot sophomore.
You have to like the way they found the holes in the defense there. They simply could not convert, but it is early.
2-2 score. We played 2.5 minutes of this Class C1 championship game. Both teams feeling each other out early on. Should be a competitive ball game, a pair of unbeatens. And just a silly little stat for you, we have the Columbus Scotus fans right behind us. The fans that are right behind us are 4-0, their teams are in this tournament.
I wonder why they're going, oh!
Well, I told them about that earlier, and they said they were going to keep up their end of the bargain. We'll wait and see. Battle Creek will have a lot to say about that. A long time on this possession, moving the ball around, still waiting to go inside. Tiffany Volk has to come back out. Out to Shocker. Now a drive inside. It's Angie Klein. The shot is no good, but she gets back her own rebound, and it won't fall again. Third chance at it, and it's good.
Third time the charm on that one. Well, good job there by staying after the ball to make sure it gets in and gives them a 4-2 lead.
This is a true feeling out process. No fouls, constant action. We are 4 minutes and 35 seconds to go in the first. 4-2. Scotus trails by 2.
Looks like a 2-2-1 matchup outside. To try to keep that ball on the outside and those nice high floating passes like that one so they don't find too many holes.
Christy Korth. Nice bounce pass. Trying to get penetration. Can't do it. Long cross-court pass, and Korth comes away with it again. Columbus Scotus. These two teams, they can handle the basketball as we've already seen. Wernoff. Back to Greiner. Greiner pulls up for the jumper, and it's good.
Shauna Greiner's been hitting shots like that the whole tournament, all 3 games, and there's no reason to think she's going to stop now.
Battle Creek basketball, tie score at 4. Ponton to Volk, and we have our first whistle and our first turnover against Battle Creek.
We're 4.5 minutes into the game when we have a grand total of 8 points right now. I think that's going to dictate the style we're going to see from the game from this point on out.
We've already played over 4 minutes. Time has flown by in this Class C1 championship final. No fouls yet. Very clean basketball game. Korth to Wernhoff, who holds the basketball high above her head.
Both teams doing a good job of moving away from the ball. Like right there, getting down on the blocks to make sure you're open to get the banker. Doesn't fall this time, but Scotus will get another shot at it.
Rickert misses the shot, but the rebound kept alive by Korth as she batted it back to a teammate. Now looking inside, here's another chance for Rickert. No good. Will she get another one? No. Rebound brought down by Angie Klein. Battle Creek, chance to go back up on top. So the turnover did not hurt the Bravettes. And with 2:55 to go, we're tied at 4. A lot of screaming there. Tiffany Volk really frustrated by the way her teammates are running their offense, trying to get them to move into position. Neither team getting any penetration whatsoever inside.
Yeah, both teams play very good defense. Both teams hold their opponents to less than 40 points a game.
2-3 zone defense played by Scotus. They're coming out and making sure nobody gets position underneath the glass. Here's the drive by Tiffany Volk, and she's stopped in her tracks by Kim Rickert.
Columbus Scotus does a great job of helping out on defense. You see right there, even though they got the shot off, they still had someone else there when someone may have gotten beat to help out on defense. That's why they hold their opponents to 34.2 points a game.
One shot and out as Klein's shot falls short. 2 minutes, 7 seconds to go, first period, 4-4 tie.
And the same could be said for Battle Creek. They have their opponents at 35.7 a game, and they're helping out, and they're not allowing too much on the inside.
My goodness, if we play any faster than this, we're going to have to get Pius and South Sioux City on the floor a lot sooner than they thought. 2 minutes to go in the first. First time out, Battle Creek and Scotus tied at 4.
We're all in search of answers. See us for the ones about cars. With the Big A Across America warranty program, we stand behind every part we sell. And with 1,500 locations across America, there's one near you.
If you need the toughness of the best-selling truck in the world, then check out the Great Percent event at your local Ford dealer. The choice is yours. Get a 96 Ford F-150 with 4.8 financing, 600 cash back or lease for only $249 a month. Either way, you get an XLT with a driver's side airbag, power locks and windows, air conditioning, and more. It's 4.8 financing. It's 600 cash back. It's a lease for $249 a month. It's the Great Percent event, and it's only at your local Ford dealer.
Welcome back, everyone. Both teams have won handily getting here to the state championships. Scotus over Geneva in the first round and beat the Gothenburg Swede in the second round. Then you had Battle Creek. They won their first game rather easily. Then they handled Atkinson Westholt to set up this showdown of numbers 1 versus number 2 in the state.
Korth misses the long jumper, but it's kept alive by Kim Rickert. You could say arguably Scotus had the tougher road to the tournament as we have a loose ball on the floor, and the Bravettes are going to run with it. Scotus trying to get back defensively. Here's Volk. It won't fall. Second chance, no. And look at that. Christy Korth comes away with the rebound. Scotus had to take out the undefeated Swedes of Gothenburg to get here. Battle Creek's road may be a little bit easier. There were 3 undefeated teams in Class C1 this year, and 2 of them are playing here on Championship Saturday.
Just as you said earlier, John, the way they planned it out. And we do have a foul, our first one of the game.
With 1:19 to go in the first period. The first whistle of the foul will go on Tanya Volk.
I think the key for Scotus is going to be how they force turnovers and convert them. Yesterday against Gothenburg, they had them in key spots, and that's what enabled them to beat the Swedes 41-24.
Shauna Greiner really had to run down that long inbound pass.
Yeah.
Looked like it was going to clear her head, but a nice job of hustling back to get it. And we have 1:08 to go.
You know, any team John Peterson has is going to be very, very well conditioned.
Again, moving the ball around the perimeter. I have a feeling the first team to get good quality penetration underneath is going to take this basketball game into their own hands. Neither team can get underneath. It has taken a lot of effort. 3-point shot, first one of the basketball game. Yes!
Yeah, you hit a few of those, that'll open up down low. The opposite is exactly true of what happens when you get it down low. It opens up the outside. The converse is also true. And Scotus takes a 7-4 lead.
Shauna Greiner, 5 points, 7-4 lead for Scotus. 30 seconds to go in the half. Bravettes will probably play for the last shot. The average time of possession in this game's got to be about a minute. Here's some penetration underneath. Nice pass inside, no good. And the swat as Battle Creek tried to keep it alive, but Scotus comes down with it. One finger in the air by Shauna Greiner. They'll play for the last shot. 10 seconds to go in the first period. 7-4, Columbus Scotus. 5 seconds, down to 4 seconds. Long shot had a foot on the line. It would be 2, and it won't fall. And we'll have the buzzer, and we'll go to the second period of play. Defensive, a feeling out process, just like a heavyweight fight. Columbus Scotus 7, Battle Creek 4.
If we are to open new frontiers in science, we must learn basic principles. If we are to perfect new information technologies, we must master the old ones. If we are to harvest the oceans, we have to start here, in our public schools, where our kids are learning to analyze problems and solve them together, where they're learning about America's past, and above all, learning for America's future. Public education works.
It's been underground for thousands of years, and now it's rising to the surface, invading your very home, encompassing every facet of your life.
It's only groundwater.
It's the annual Groundwater Festival in Grand Island. Join 1011's Carol Staub and over 3,000 kids as they explore fascinating facts about groundwater in Nebraska. We'll have a live report at noon and an update on the 1011 News at 6. So tune in to 1011 News on Tuesday for some watery wisdom.
If you don't, then you're all wet.
Back here at the Devaney Center, the Scotus Shamrocks take the lead on Shauna Greiner's three-pointer. Simply clutch. And a little bit of a shooter's roll to boot as we start the second quarter.
And Scotus, with that 7-4 lead, will have the basketball first. Inside penetration, turnaround shot will roll in. Rickert. Kim Rickert with her first two, 9-4, biggest lead of the game for the Shamrocks at 5.
And now they've got the full court press going, making sure they get pressure on the ball after they score a basket.
Well, we'll see what Battle Creek can do. They have had very little success going down low, so they're going to go outside.
And she knew that was in the minute she released it.
Good form by Angie Klein, 9-6, Scotus by 3. And now we see a little bit more of a press from Battle Creek to start the second period.
Pushing them out a little bit further than they have so far. I think they're going to respond to that full court pressure with a little bit of pressure of their own and try to keep them out of the blocks down low like they scored the last bucket.
Shauna Greiner back to Korth. Korth thought about it from 3 and then found the 5'9" frame of Angie Klein standing in her way. Again, trying to get inside, having a tough time. Long cross-court pass, wide open. Yes!
That's what you call finding the open person there. And the key to that is having a person down low and a person up high in the middle. That way you have 2 spots to hit and you have more options to go to get an open shot like that.
And Wernhoff's first 2 gives Scotus a 5-point lead. We played 90 seconds into the second period of this Class C1 championship. Battle Creek is 5-2 in state championship games. Columbus Scotus' lone appearance in championship games other than this year was last year when they lost to Adams Central. Foul before the shot. And that's only the second foul of this game. And it will be called on Wernhoff of Scotus.
Here's the play right here. Good drive, beats the defense. Knows no one's going to be there after she releases the ball. And if they are, they're too late.
And Wernhoff reaching over the back of Ponton. First team foul now for Scotus, and it comes with 6:17 to go in the half. Very clean basketball game. You might expect that from a couple of unbeaten. Turnaround jump shot is in for Tanya Volk.
Over the last game in the second half, we had players in foul trouble at the end of the third quarter. Not that it wasn't a good game, because it was. It's just this one here has just been a very clean cut, but aggressive game.
Well, those teams are really trying to push the effort, ready to run it up and down and try to get more dribble penetration. Neither of these teams, the only way they've been getting penetration is by passing the basketball, and that has not come easy.
No, it has not. Matter of fact, that's why you have an 11-8 score with 5:42 to go.
Should mention that Carrie Sliva is in the basketball game, number 12 for Scotus. She's standing to the right of your picture. Her first appearance. Kim Ashker in there for Battle Creek, a pair of 12s in there for the first time this evening. 11-8 Scotus by 3. Head fake, but no shot. Moving it around the perimeter now. Greiner tries to drive inside. Long cross-court pass. Wernhoff doesn't take the shot this time, and now it's deflected away, and we have a foul, and it will go against Scotus.
That time, Wernhoff simply tried to pass the ball over the zone. If she had bounced past it in there, she might have had a little bit of success. Got batted out, tried to get it back, and is one of those semi-frustration fouls.
5 minutes, 24 seconds to go in the half. 11-8 Scotus. Again, more substitutions. Christy Korth back in the basketball game. And it's Battle Creek with the basketball. Tiffany Volk trying to find her sister down low. She's standing there, number 34 in the middle. She finally receives the pass and puts up a shot off the glass.
That's the way you do it right there. The Battle Creek fans very happy to see them get on the blocks and get back within a point at 11-10.
Tanya Volk with 8 points, 11-10. Scotus by a point. Scotus has led most of the way in this game, but as you can imagine by the score, it's been very defensive.
You know, it's almost as if the two teams are really still feeling each other out, almost on an intermediate basis still, because there still has not been anyone really seizing the tempo of the game.
Turnaround, very tough shot. It falls, it counts. Kim Rickert.
Well, once again, on both ends of the floor, you get textbook of how to get the ball in the low post. This time, look where she is, right there on the blocks, turns around, gets the contact, and banks it off the glass, and you got to call bank for it to count.
Tanya Volk picks up her second foul, second team foul against the Bravettes. Rickert to shoot for the traditional three-point play, but it bounces off the back of the rim. Loose ball on the floor, and Volk somehow comes away with it, nearly traveled with it. Knocked out of bounds by Scotus' Sliva.
Before it gets too far, and that was the first free throw of the game.
13-10 Columbus Scotus, 4:35 to go in the first half.
It's simple. Power and energy are what families and communities statewide get from NMPP Energy. It's energy that allows you to turn on your lights, heat your home, and watch this basketball game. It's technology that brings you this high school basketball tournament and provides power throughout the state of Nebraska and the Midwest. It's NMPP Energy providing electricity, natural gas, and energy services to 130 communities in Nebraska and the Midwest. NMPP Energy, we're people you can count on.
These are groceries. So is this. You can find this where you find these. The next time you go shopping, you can give this to the cashier. It's only $1, and every cent is used to buy needed items for the Lincoln Food Bank. You'll be helping families meet special needs and contributing to the statewide network of charity. So the next time you get these, use this for this so that others can get these.
My goodness, if I found my mother wearing that kind of mascara, I'd disown her. Battle Creek fans very excited along the far side. Their team, though, trails by 3. Tiffany Volk with the basketball at the top of the circle. And again, having to move the basketball around. Now Volk dribble penetration. No, it won't fall. And a rebound fought for. And a nice job by Sarah Peterson to keep it alive for the Bravettes.
That was just who wanted the ball worse on that one. The Bravettes in much better position to get that than Scotus.
And Sarah Peterson having to tiptoe the baseline to keep it alive. Shot is up and in. Angie Klein.
You know something? We're seeing some athleticism here on both ends of the floor. The drives, the jumps, the fighting for the ball. This is really a bunch of good athletes out here playing a bang-up basketball game.
Prime time basketball, the C1 championship. You know, they complained a few years ago when they moved the format around and moved Class A to an afternoon and moved some of the smaller schools to prime time. These teams are worth it. Christy Korth with her first bucket of the evening. 15-12 Scotus. Bravettes have trailed for the most part in this basketball game.
But they have not been blown out yet.
No.
This is it. It's still within striking distance. You know, they hit a 3 here.
Ashker draws the foul. Carrie Sliva with her first personal.
Had she hit that shot and hit a free throw, we would have been tied. And right now she has a chance to pull it within 1. And if you're within 4 points, that's still a 1-2 possession game. And you can have that at this point and still make it really close. And then you have one of those barn burners at the end.
They're not going to call the continuation, however. This is not the NBA, so it's just a simple inbound. Only the third foul on Scotus. Thought about it from 3, did Angie Klein, and now we have a foul away from the basketball. And it's going to go against Scotus.
Between the two teams, they now have 6 fouls. That would mean that neither one, not even one team, would be in the bonus yet.
First foul against Carmen Burbach. Fourth team foul on Scotus with 3:12 to go before halftime. Battle Creek has had this basketball for quite some time on their end of the floor. Still waiting to take that shot. Trying to get dribble penetration. We're going to have a double dribble as Kim Ashker defended well underneath. 3 minutes, 2 seconds to go in the first half of play. It's Scotus by 3.
NC Plus grain sorghum hybrids get 3 to 6 years before they're released for good behavior. This extensive research under a wide variety of growing conditions is the only way we can be sure that the NC Plus sorghum you use will perform the way you need it to, with no surprises. Research makes NC Plus America's down-to-earth seed company.
For 300 years, these men and these horses trained for war. Now they do ballet. Spend an evening in Vienna with the world-famous Royal Lipizzan Stallions on their world tour.
March 10th, Pershing Auditorium.
A lot of four-leaf clovers in the crowd here. Good luck for the Columbus Scotus Shamrocks. It's been a good game so far. 5 total turnovers, 2 for Scotus, 3 for Battle Creek, and only 6 total fouls. That's why they're number 1 and number 2, John.
Combination of 2 things. Good, solid coaching. These coaches know what championships are all about. John Peterson for Scotus, Bob Schnitzler for Battle Creek. And another thing, they're still in that feel them out process. Neither team has really tried to force the issue as of yet. Scotus basketball and a 3-point lead. Pull-up jumper is in for Korth.
That's a 5'3" player there driving the baseline and pulling up on the jumper. That is athleticism. That is pure athleticism.
She plays a lot bigger than 5'3".
And she's a sophomore, too.
That's right, 2:24 to go. 17-12, Scotus back up by 5. Battle Creek basketball. Tiffany Volk for 3. Yes!
That was Reggie Miller's 3 right there. He did that against the Knicks. And you said this wasn't the NBA.
17-15. We could have a lot of fun before this one's over. And we've still got another game to go, the Class B championship.
That one, I'll guarantee you will have some points in that one.
And Christy Korth steps on the sideline trying to save the basketball. And on the turnover, Battle Creek will have a chance to tie this game with a $1:55 to go in the first half. Korth knocked to the floor. And it will belong to Scotus.
That time, a little bit of bumping going on up here. The officials are letting them play a little bit. There was no call on that. You could see that one of the Bravettes' path was deviated there, which means there was some contact.
There's Bob Schnitzler, head coach of Battle Creek, also coaches the football team. Battle Creek and Norfolk Catholic, bitter rivals in football.
Oh, yeah.
I spent a few years up in Norfolk. Those teams love to play each other. They love to beat each other. Steal by Battle Creek. Foul reached in. Shauna Greiner whistled with it.
Yeah, Greiner that time just trying to get the ball back and a little bit more of a frustration foul. Mr. Schnitzler still has his jacket on. His counterpart, John Peterson, has been coatless for about a quarter now.
1:39 to go. Battle Creek basketball trailing by 2. And there he is, the coatless John Peterson.
But he's sitting down, and Schnitzler is up off the bench.
Well, part of that, Bob Schnitzler's not the tallest guy in the world, and, you know, he has to, if he sits down, he's in trouble. And there's inside penetration. We have a tie game. Sarah Peterson. 1:18 to go before half. We're tied at 17, a 5-0 run currently by Battle Creek. Bob Schnitzler yelling out the defense as the offense for Scotus works right in front of the Battle Creek bench. Down to 1:04 to go before halftime. Shauna Greiner, the only senior on this Scotus team. And now we have a whistle. We're going to have a timeout called by Columbus Scotus. 59.8 seconds to go. 17-17 is our score. And don't forget, not only do we have one more game tonight, the Class B final, Lincoln Pius X taking on South Sioux City, but 1 week from today, it's the boys' turn. The boys state tournament, a long-time tradition in Nebraska, and a lot of great teams entered in this year's tournament. As a matter of fact, Columbus Scotus has themselves as their team competing for the Class C1 honors, and so too does Battle Creek. So these schools are a little bit spoiled with their basketball success. But one class to watch out for next weekend for the boys is Class A. This is wide open, and we could see an all-Lincoln final, and it's been a while since we've seen one of those, as Lincoln Northeast, Lincoln High, and Lincoln Southeast all in there, and all very talented teams. But look out for Columbus. They, too, the #1 seed, by the way, in Class A, they, too, a very talented bunch of youngsters for the Discoverers. We're 59.8 seconds away from the half in the Class C1 championship for 1996. Battle Creek and Scotus tied at 17. It will be Scotus basketball on the inbound. As you take a look there at John Peterson, having a word with Rio Wernhoff, who's been on the bench for a while now, as Sarah Greiner will take the inbounds play, and here we go. Last minute of the half. Korth. Back to Greiner. Look, go inside, and now tosses it back out to Burbach. Back to Greiner. Moving it around the perimeter. Battle Creek will not let them go inside for anything. You will have to work for easy baskets against either of these defenses. 34 seconds to go. Burbach. Back to Christy Korth. She stands with the basketball, and you know what? They may play for the last shot, and they had the basketball with 58 seconds to go. I know time of possession is not a stat they keep track of in basketball, but if it were the case, these two teams would be battling for time of possession rights. 11 seconds to go. Scotus playing for the last shot. Greiner with 7 seconds left. She's way back out there. Nearly lost the ball to Korth for 3. No, too short. 1 second to go. We have a whistle. It goes out of bounds. Only 0.4 seconds left before the half. It would belong to Scotus, but with 0.4 seconds left, I think it's pretty academic. We're going to go to the locker room tied. Carrie Sliva will come in. She will make the inbounds pass. A touch, a buzzer, a half. We played 16 minutes in the 1996 Class C1 final. Columbus, Scotus, and Battle Creek are right back where we started from, 17-17. Both these teams playing solid defense down low. Both clubs not giving an inch down low, and it's going to be the team that finally establishes easy inside play that's going to come away the most successful this evening. Vince Erickson standing by now with head coach Bob Schnitzler of the Battle Creek Bravettes. Vince?
Coach Schnitzler right here with me. Coach, 17-0. Is this what you were expecting at the end of the first half?
You know, two great defensive teams are playing out there, and I think you're seeing it on the floor. Shots are coming very difficult for both teams, and I think the game's indicating what we thought it was going to be. Scotus was a great defensive team. I think Battle Creek's played great defense. We're going to have to continue to do so in the second half and make sure Scotus don't get a 6-point run like they did against Gothenburg yesterday.
Understood, Coach. I'll let you go formulate strategy, okay? Appreciate you joining us. It's 17-0 at halftime here. What a barn burner. More halftime when we come back.
So, whose deal is it anyway?
It's Amigo's deal.
The Amigos deal every Saturday are the world's greatest nachos for only $2.39.
I'll bet my nachos and call.
4 aces. Those nachos are mine. 4 aces? When it's Amigos food, you always win. Just lucky, I guess.
Amigos, where there's a special deal every day.
Amigos!
For the creation of your total living environment, experience the Finished Look. The Finished Look in Columbus offers you 2 spacious levels of shopping at its best. Discover the variety of home accessories like fine crystal, lamps, and accent furniture that come to life with distinctive styling. You'll also find quality Barcalounger chairs and beautiful floral arrangements. Plus, the Finished Look is the area's only authorized dealer of G. Armani figurines. For accessories you'd love to live with, visit the Finished Look in Columbus.
The KOLN-KGIN Nebraska High School All-State Team Award is sponsored by Lincoln Telephone.
17-all the score here at the Class C1 Girls State Championship game. Let's check out the Class C1 All-Star team.
Columbus Lakeview's Casey Copples tops the girls C1 All-State team. She's a forward who started all 4 years, rewriting the record books for the Vi Queens. She'll attend the University of Missouri-Kansas City this fall. 6'2" senior Debbie Stander of Ashland Greenwood will also play her college ball at UMKC. She pulled down 12 rebounds a game for the Blue Jays and is a straight-A student to boot. Junior Tiffany Volk of Battle Creek is her team's playmaker, averaging more than 7 assists a game. Her ball handling skills and outside shooting led the Bravettes. Shelly Martin from Arlington had a fine season for Coach Tom Schumacher. The 5'11" setter pulled down nearly 10 boards a game and averaged 19 points. Rounding out the squad is 5'9" junior Rhea Wemhoff. Coach John Peterson says Rhea is relentless and loves to play defense. She's not bad on offense either, averaging 13 points a game. Honorable mention goes to 6 ladies: Tanya Volk of Battle Creek, Melinda Lanham of Southern Valley, Steph Luer of Wood River, Brooke Lashley of Mitchell, Michelle Sartorius of Gothenburg, and Shauna Greiner of Columbus Scotus. And that's your girls Class C1 All-State team.
It's been remarkable. It's been a long time since I've witnessed so many points scored in one quarter. Chemistry on this ball club is the key. Every player seems to sense what the others are going to out is that these girls are well coached. Their defensive play tonight is... Here we go. She's got the shot away. There's only seconds left.
Student athletes, competitors in the classroom, on the field of play, winners in the game of life.
Welcome back, everyone. 17-all the score at the Class C1 Girls Championship game. Scotus and Battle Creek, numbers 1 versus number 2, all that we expect. And we have with us Jim Landwehr, the coach of Hastings Adams Central, to talk a little bit about this year's Class C1 All-State team. I know you had a vote. What's your thoughts on the All-State team?
It's an outstanding team again in that there's a number of Division I, Division II players in Class C. Seems like every year it gets better. The Copples girl, 4-year starter, has overcome a lot of injuries. A lot of players probably wouldn't even made it through, and here she is, an all-stater. Martin and Stander, a couple of the most dominant players in Class C1. You're seeing a couple players here in Wimhoff and the Volk girl. The scary thing is they're juniors. They're going to be back. The honorable mention team, a lot of those players, or not most of them, are good enough to be on the first team as well. Just outstanding talent in C1 as all classes this year.
Talk about your fortunes this year and what you're expecting for next year from Adams Central.
We had a good year in that we had kind of a rebuilding year. We had all our starters graduate from last year's championship team. We ended up with 6 losses. All those losses, we were within the last minute or two of winning the game. Next year, we have most of those players back. We had one graduating senior, Jessica Riggs, so we're going to have another good year at Adams Central.
All righty, we wish you the best of luck then, and enjoy the off-season, okay?
Thank you.
All righty, we're still at halftime of the Class C1 I keep wanting to say All-Star. How about championship game? We'll be back with more stats right after this.
Benefits are what most people expect in their insurance coverage after they report a claim. But when you have multiple coverage with the Allied Group, you realize benefits immediately. By combining coverage of your home, auto, and life with Allied, benefits come to you in the form of substantial discounts, optional payment plans, and our exclusive Premier service, which sets you apart as one very smart consumer. Start realizing the benefits of combined coverage by calling your Allied Group agent. Allied Group's Premier coverage. Without it, all you have is insurance.
The Great Percent event just got greater because now you can get into Ford Escort with 4.8% financing or up to $1,000 cash back. Or choose the popular Ford Windstar and get that same great 4.8 financing or $1,000 cash back. It's an even greater value direct from Ford credit to you during the Great Percent event. 4.8 financing for 48 months or up to $1,000 cash back on Ford Escort or Ford Windstar. But hurry, the Great Percent event ends soon. So get to your local Ford dealer now.
Destiny has taken them where no one has gone before. Now, they're about to chart a course to new heights of unforgettable adventure.
Evasive maneuvers, Ensign. Return fire.
Prepare yourself for the ultimate voyage from the final frontier. A journey that promises to be the most thrilling of them all. Star Trek, The Next Generation.
Star Trek, The Next Generation, Saturday night at 10:30 on 10/11.
These high school basketball statistics are brought to you by Allied Insurance Group.
John Bishop back courtside here at the Bob Devaney Sports Center. I'm just going to let the first half statistics speak for themselves. You saw the score. Here's why. Look at that. There's no difference. 2 more rebounds for Battle Creek. 17-17. Battle Creek leads, or Battle Creek and Scotus are all tied up. We should have one heck of a second half of basketball coming up.
So, whose deal is it anyway?
It's Amigo's deal.
The Amigos deal every Saturday are the world's greatest nachos for only $2.39.
I'll bet my nachos and call.
4 aces. Those nachos are mine. 4 aces? When it's Amigos food, you always win. Just lucky, I guess.
Amigos, where there's a special deal every day.
Ford Credit announces the Great Percent event, slashing interest rates to just 4.8% APR for 48 months. Or choose $600 cash back on a purchase or $600 back on a red carpet lease. It's your choice on 10 1996 models, including Ford Taurus, Ford Contour, Ford Probe, Ford Windstar, Ford Escort, and more. But 4.8% financing or $600 cash back won't last forever. The Great Percent event at your Ford dealer now. Hurry, offer ends soon.
He's naturally charming.
That's it.
She's always polite.
I do believe your fly's open.
Together, they're outrageous. Always talking from the heart.
So it's a good marriage. It's a solid and happy marriage.
What did you hear differently? Unafraid to take a stand. You never know what will happen when it's live.
I did it.
With Regis and Kathy Lee.
Live with Regis and Kathy Lee. Weekdays at 9 on 1011.
Class C1 championship at this 20th Girls State Tournament. Prime time action in 2 prime time ball clubs. 17-17 is our score. As you can see, the teams back out onto the floor with warm-ups as we keep action going here. A couple of minutes to go before the start of the second half. I have a feeling the first team that can initiate its offense down low will take command of this basketball game. However, if that does not happen, who knows? It could be a tough fight right to the very end. Back in a moment.
A new discovery, a new technology, a new one-pass corn herbicide. Guardsman eliminates grasses. Guardsman eliminates broadleaf weeds. Guardsman, more active, more effective, more consistent than Bullet or Bicep or Extrazine. See the difference a whole new molecule can make. Try Guardsman, the leader in premix performance.
Hi, Norm and Chris at T-Shirt Engineers, where what's important is you, the customer. T-Shirt Engineers' quality, service, and delivery is second to none, right, Norm? Our professionally trained artists can create a design especially for you, right, Norm? Our printers, educated in all of the newest techniques, can print 1 or thousands, right, Norm? For custom screen printing for your business, club, team, or special event, you need to see T-Shirt Engineers today, right, Norm?
Say yes to SCC. At Southeast Community College, we provide vocational, technical, and academic transfer programs for students wishing to excel in a job of their choice. Southeast Community College offers small classes and outstanding educational facilities, all at an affordable price. We provide a proud tradition of quality education at our 3 campuses in Beatrice, Lincoln, and Milford, plus continuing education programs in 23 communities in Southeast Nebraska. Say yes to SCC, Southeast Community College.
Welcome back, everyone. What are little girls made of? Some are cheerleaders, some are outstanding athletes, and you can be both. Girls can be anything they want to, and they're proving that right here today.
You know, these guys running the flags for Battle Creek, they are going to be tired by the end of this game. They've been running up and down that floor at any possible moment that there's not action on the court. I hope these guys have taken plenty of potassium and all the other energy stuff, because they're going to need it.
If not, I have another banana over here that's available for them to eat. They'll have to split it, though.
You'd share with them, but you won't share with me.
Well, you never asked.
That's true, I didn't. Battle Creek will have the basketball to start the second half, 17-17. In fact, Battle Creek with a chance to take their first lead in quite a time. A 5-second call on the first play of the second half. Angie Klein could find nobody open, and there's something you don't see, a fundamental breakdown for Battle Creek. How's that for a change of pace?
I've never seen that in my lifetime, and I've been watching basketball for 25 years.
Christy Korth now will have it for Scotus. It's tipped out of bounds by Karen Schocker. Hopefully, for head coach Bob Schnitzler, that's not a sign of things to come, because first half, fundamentally, it was a pretty solid basketball game. Very few turnovers.
Very few fouls and all kinds of really good shooting, 53% from both teams. At the same time, I think defense has dictated the pace of this game. You know, some people would say it has no rhythm. I'd say it has a definitive rhythm, and that is of a defensive game.
Shot off the front of the rim, no good. Chance for a rebound, and we have a traveling. As two Scotus teammates, Carmen Burbach and Rhea Wernoff, were tied up, and one of them walked with a basketball.
You already have 40% as many turnovers this half in 30 seconds than you had the whole half last half.
You were a math major, weren't you?
That's why I'm a journalist now, can't you tell?
I couldn't have figured that out. 7:17 to go. We're just getting started in the second half. If you're just joining us, pull up a chair. This has been a heck of a basketball game. If you like good defensive basketball, keep it right here. And if you like good offensive basketball, keep it right here. We've got an offensive game coming up. Near travel there by Tanya Volk, but the referee perhaps giving her the benefit of the doubt. It looked like she may have done a couple of hop steps.
Looks like Scotus is employing a man-to-man defense here, strictly matching up and then sloughing off on the backside. And help right there from Shauna Greiner.
Three-point shot. It will not fall. And it's brought down by Scotus. Rhea Wernhoff with the rebound.
That's the danger of the help out, because sometimes you leave open that three-point shot, but it did not hurt Scotus that time.
Scotus will maintain possession just opposite of their bench. 6 minutes, 39 seconds to go, third period. No scoring yet here in the second half, 17-17. Yeah, as I recall, it took a couple of minutes to get the first score of the first half. So it looks like we're right back on pace.
Yeah, it does, and it looks like the two teams are feeling each other out once again, trying to find that hole, being very patient.
Trying to look inside, a little head fake action there, but again having to kick it back out. Greiner will take the three, it will roll out, and the rebound up strong with it, Tanya Volk.
That was a good shot, but she kind of threw it. She cocked the ball back a little bit and threw it, and she was not truly square, and that's why it went off.
Near steal, maybe, look out! Oh, I hope she's all right. Right in front of the bench here.
And I got the ball.
And she's right back up on her feet. Christy Korth hustling up and down the floor. I tell you what, this table doesn't have much give, and it's solid wood.
And
but luckily,
right
she
back
missed
out
it.
there.
She missed the edge of the table. She kind of slid underneath.
Yeah.
There's a lot of wires under there.
Well, I'll tell you what, and she's right back out there playing. Look at the hustle on Christy Korth right there on the ball right now. And the steal.
Korth coming back with it. How about this? Take that!
Nice. That's athleticism once again.
There's your comeback play of the game so far. Scotus by 2. Now a drive inside. Volk can't get it to fall. Rebound Scotus. Oh, what a basketball game we're seeing. 2.5 minutes into the second half. 19-17, Scotus by 2, trying to make it 4. Turnaround jump shot. Fadeaway, no good. Rebound Scotus, rebound Battle Creek. Angie Klein. Tiffany Volk. Volk for 3. Yes!
And just like that, the tide gets turned with one three-point shot, and she was set perfectly, and she knew that was in the minute it went off of her fingers.
Bravettes by a point. First time they've led in a while, trying to force the pass underneath. Two defenders right there trying to get it to Carmen Burbach. But two Bravettes were standing in the way, and it kicked off their feet out of bounds. Belongs to Scotus.
The last 3 series I've seen, it seems that the one team that takes the initiative, the other team follows up with something similar. The game is taking on that character. When Battle Creek runs, Scotus comes back with a run. And when they slow down, they both slow down.
Scotus now finds themselves trailing by a point. Thought about it and traveled. Oh, tough break, Shauna Greiner. Looked like she thought about going for the shot, and then she decided to pull down and go in towards the hoop, and she shuffled her feet. A rare turnover in this basketball game. Each team had 4 in the first half. 20-19, Bravettes by a point with the basketball.
Scotus matching up front again. Battle Creek using a baseline runner to go back and forth.
Volk fouled before she goes into the basket.
If you get a chance to watch the full on your screen, watch the full offense that Battle Creek is running. They'll have one young lady running along the baseline to try to open up something in the middle. That might be the key to what they need to do.
Christy Korth, first personal foul. First foul of the second half for either team. Again, Bravettes with a basketball and a 1-point lead. Around the clock they go. Looking inside. Nice double team by Scotus. Three-point shot. Volk off the front of the rim. No good. And the rebound fought for. And it's going to belong on the tie-up to Scotus.
Possession arrow definitely going towards Scotus's way. It is still a 1-point game.
And our first timeout of the second half with the score of Battle Creek 20, Columbus Scotus 19.
If you think all seed corn is handled the same, you've only scratched the surface. NC Plus harvests in the husk to protect seed corn during transportation. And rubber-coated machinery protects corn during processing. So not a single scratch can open your corn up to disease, pests, or germination problems. Quality makes NC Plus America's down-to-earth seed company.
I'm Tim Miller, Director of Telemarketing at Cabela's. If you're a high school senior and about ready to graduate, we would highly recommend the University of Nebraska at Kearney. Not only will you receive a fine education, but you'll have an opportunity to come to work for us here at Cabela's. We have many positions available for students while they're going to school. So not only will you receive a fine education, but you'll have an opportunity to come to work for us. We have a job for you. That's a promise.
Mom, can I have some ice cream, please? Can I please have some ice cream? I'm just anticipating what she's saying.
Or maybe some lemonade. Or maybe a banana.
Vince has got one. 20-19, Battle Creek. Scotus basketball. Wearing the green. Griner to Korth. You know, if Christy Korth keeps making plays like she did, running into our bench and then making steals on the play after that, she's going to become my favorite player of the night. There's a jump shot by Rhea Wernhoff.
That if you have a bench in front of you after that.
21-20, Scotus by a point. Tiffany Volk. Again, looking for that feeler inside. Tanya Volk down low. But she's got the Scotus zone taking care of business there.
Looks like Battle Creek is also using a little shuffle game up front, dribbling across to try to get something in the middle open. Like
a nice pass underneath, and the shot will fall for Angie Klein. Tanya Volk with a great feed.
That's what they're looking for right there. Anything to get the ball to the middle and then down low for a high percentage shot.
Klein with 6 points. Bravettes with a 1-point lead. Back and forth we go. 3 minutes, 7 seconds to go in the third. A very snappy basketball game. Scotus looking down low. Rickert had it for just a moment. Now Korth top of the circle. Here's Wernhoff. Back to Rickert. Rickert over 2 players. No. But she gets the rebound. She'll try it again. Rhea Wernhoff.
Very smart play by Wemhoff right there. Getting the rebound, then seeing there was no one on that side, ducked under and got the easy layup.
Ball kicked off the foot for just a moment, but an alert play by Angie Klein to go and retrieve it. 23-22, Scotus leads by a point.
Pace has definitely picked up here in the last couple of minutes.
It has picked up, but it's still a very clean basketball game. Only 1 foul in the second half. She had a foot on the line when she put up the shot, and it may have been partially deflected by Wernhoff. Fans chanting air ball, but I don't believe they saw the deflection. Wernhoff was standing right there, all 5'9" of her. And now the pattern of the basketball game changes back into the hands of Scotus. It was seesaw, 1-point lead, 1-point lead, 1-point lead. Now Scotus with a chance to go up by as many as 4. That would be on a 3-point basket. Looking down low for Rickert, and it was deflected off the hands of a Bravette and out of bounds. 2 minutes to go in the third, 23-22. Rickert gets the inbounds play, and she's double-teamed right away over in the corner. Bravettes are hustling on defense. Around the clock they go. Court kicks it back out for Greiner. Thought about it from 3, now pulls back. I'll tell you what, if I were a center, I'd be asking for hard luck pay. There's a shot up, no good, and knocked out of bounds. It will belong to Scotus, though.
You may not be able to collect because you haven't put your hands on the ball enough.
That's true.
You got to touch the ball in order to get that kind of pay, and I'll tell you what, it's tough earning that paycheck in there. And both coaches kind of like it that way. That means their teams are playing defense.
Around the clock they go. Court. Wemoff. To Greiner. Again, cross-court passing. 1 minute, 8 seconds to go. Looking for Wemoff. Drive inside by Greiner.
Oh,
no, it
boy.
won't fall.
It doesn't get much closer than that falling. That was a good old knuckleball up there, stolen up by Shauna Greiner. Very nice drive. Good execution on the offense by Scotus that time. Their plan was to get it what they call the high post, which is when you put it right about where the 8 is there at the circle, and then look for your options. That time they threw it to Greiner down low, and she drove upward, and then she was able to get some angle and get the shot off, and now she's fouled and shoots a couple of free throws.
Third foul on Tanya Volk. She will sit. Greiner for the first foul shot.
Greiner's a 5'7" senior, averaging 11.5 points a game and 3 rebounds, shooting her second free throw.
And only the third of the game. Greiner now with 7 points. 25-22. Scotus by 3. We're under a minute to play here in the third.
And only 2 total fouls, 3 now in this half.
That time, Christy Korth will not get the benefit of the doubt. She will be called for the reach. That's her second personal foul. Second team foul on Scotus. I just cannot get over how clean this basketball game has been played.
Battle Creek probably can't either because they have not been to the free throw line yet. All 3 of them have been Scotus free throws.
And another reach in, and Korth with 2 consecutive fouls within seconds of each other.
And
that'll hurt.
That's her third overall, and they need her out front because she's been the spark plug for this offense so far, especially on the steals, and she will take a rest right now with those 3 fouls.
And Carrie Sliva will come in her stead. Christy Korth. 25-22, nearly lost, and Scotus comes away with it.
Rhea Wemoff with the steal there. Scotus brings it the other way.
42 seconds to go in the third period.
Last shot time.
The way this game is going, you could take possession with 3 minutes to go in the period and take a last shot.
And you couldn't call it a 4 corners offense either.
No.
Not at all. Dean Smith would say, they're stealing from me, but then you could say, no, you're not.
Now Scotus is going to play with the basketball out by the center court. 18 seconds to go. Wemhoff. Now to Sliva. Now they need to think about moving in. 10 seconds left. 9 seconds left.
Watch
Greiner.
Carmen Burbach.
Yes!
Oh.
Burbach with 1 second left. Last shot before the end of the period. Burbach's 4th point has put Scotus up by 5. We go to the 4th.
We're all in search of answers. See us for the ones about cars. With the Big A Across America warranty program, we stand behind every part we sell. And with 1,500 locations across America, there's one near you.
and shop, good and friendly, and never too far away.
Final 8 minutes of play in the Class C1 Championship, 27-22 Scotus. And before we start the fourth period of play, my apologies to the family of Amy Wemhoff. My eyesight won me a bet about 15 years ago, but the program, it looked like it was spelled Wernhoff, W-E-R-N-H-O-F-F. That's actually an M. The R and the N kind of are mixed together there. My apologies, it's Wemhoff. With that correction, here we go. First shot of the fourth quarter is no good by Angie Klein, and now a foul. And I'm disgusted by the sloppiness of this game. I can't believe that. That's 3 fouls in 2 minutes.
I'll tell you what, I mean, they ought to stop it right now, and they ought to just set them straight.
Call the match. Foul, by the way, on Mindy Ponton. That's her first. Second team foul for Battle Creek. And now Scotus with a chance to go up by 7. 7 minutes, 30 seconds to go in regulation. And I say regulation because the way this has gone, we could see overtime.
And we very well could. And I'll tell you what, if they go to overtime, you may not see over 40 points in this game.
No, you may not. Shot in. Wemhoff.
That was Rhea that time on the basket. The 5'9" junior averaging 13 points a game, and 2 right there is just fine.
7-point lead for Columbus Scotus. Around the clock they go. Battle Creek now needs to think about getting some good penetration. That's if they can.
They saw it that time.
And there's a nice position, but those trees for Columbus Scotus will not let her get away with a second shot. And Scotus is starting to take command here.
Still, that was a good backdoor cut by Battle Creek that time. They just need to convert it. They keep doing that. They're doing the right things. There's still plenty of time left for a run in this game.
Wemhoff trapped in the corner to Korth. Kicks it back out, going around the circle. 90 seconds into this fourth period. Shot, Rickert, no. Rebound, Battle Creek, and a big defensive rebound that time by Mindy Ponton.
Battle Creek needs to do what they did last time. Find the open person, get it down low, and get some penetration.
Stolen away. Shauna Greiner, they want to run with it. Yep, they're going to pull it back.
Well, that's what Scotus did yesterday to beat Gothenburg. They got key steals at the right time that broke the spirit of the Swedes. And that's why they won that game 41-24. That may be one reason. If they hit here, they could go up 31-22 or possibly by 10 if they hit a three-pointer.
Wemhoff trapped in the corner, has to get it out. Stolen away, Battle Creek. Tiffany Volk, 1-on-2. Oh, she had to throw that one up hard because she was fouled hard by Greiner.
And she almost hit that shot, too. That was amazing right there. It was a one-on-one break to the basket. And she puts it up hard. The ball gets touched. I'll tell you what, if that had gone up a little higher and a little softer, we might be seeing a three-point play right there from Tiffany Volk.
This is the first free throw of the night for Battle Creek, and Volk puts it down.
And
7 points for Tiffany.
The 5'7" junior averaging almost 16 points a game and 1.5 rebounds. She'd settle for a free throw right here.
Nice form. Volk 2 for 2 on that trip. 5-point lead for Scotus. 5:40 to go. Now Battle Creek coming back with a little bit more of that press. Wemhoff to Korth. Korth stops, pops, no. Rebound inside, fought for, shot up, no good. Burbach fouled, however.
Relentless on the boards. The championship teams rebound well. Here's a telltale sign. Columbus Scotus 7 rebounds to Battle Creek's 3. Shot up, missed. 2 people under the boards. And this time Burbach pulls it up, misses the shot, but she gets 2 free tosses at the line.
And Tanya Volk has picked up her 4th personal foul. She has all but 1 of the fouls in this game called on Battle Creek. First foul shot by Burbach, no good. Second one, no good, but the rebound to Scotus.
9-3 on the rebounds, 9-3.
So Scotus, despite missing 2 free throws, will still get a chance to add 2 more points to their total.
And the dangerous thing here is that Scotus slows the ball down so well, you don't know if they're going out in the 4 corners or if they're simply just running their offense.
Wemhoff runs the basketball down into the hands of her teammate. Nice hustle by Wemhoff. Misses the jump shot. Runs all the way across the floor to get the rebound. Looks inside between two defenders. Yes! Burbach with 6. Scotus by 7.
You can't defense that. Battle Creek really needs a basket now.
Bravettes have had a struggle here. They've only scored 7 points in the second half. Ball knocked out of bounds. It will belong still to Battle Creek. 4 minutes, 45 seconds to go. It's decision time. And Battle Creek needs to find out if they can make some baskets. Scotus by 7.
Okay, we all set?
He's the first in the family to go to college. It wasn't easy. There were struggles with algebra and chemistry.
Just between you and me.
Hey, Mom.
But his teachers took extra time with him.
Don't tell your father, okay?
And you made sure he gave it his best.
Oh, you got something for me?
There's more hard work ahead, but he's ready.
Call me with it.
Thanks to what he got out of public school and what he got from you.
Anyone have $1?
Public education works.
Come on, somebody's got $1.
A new discovery, a new technology, a new one-pass corn herbicide. Guardsman eliminates grasses. Guardsman eliminates broadleaf weeds. Guardsman, more active, more effective, more consistent than Bullet or Bicep or Extrazine. See the difference a whole new molecule can make. Try Guardsman, the leader in premix performance.
Basketballers, take note on how to get the ball into the pivot. You go inside, you turn toward the goal. Carmen Burbach doing it textbook-like. And that's why they have a 31-24 lead with 4:43 to go in this final stanza.
In our stat of the basketball game, provided to us by our statistician, Tom Edwards, the team who has its fans sitting right behind us, undefeated tonight in tournament play. Timeout on the floor taken by Battle Creek, 31-24, Scotus by 7.
It's simple. Power and energy are what families and communities statewide get from NMPP Energy. It's energy that allows you to turn on your lights, heat your home, and watch this basketball game. It's technology that brings you this high school basketball tournament and provides power throughout the state of Nebraska and the Midwest. It's NMPP Energy providing electricity, natural gas, and energy services to 130 communities in Nebraska and the Midwest. NMPP Energy. We're people you can count on.
At Central Community College, we put the future in your hands. Complete the first 2 years of a bachelor's degree through academic transfer programs at our Columbus, Grand Island, and Hastings campuses. Affordable costs and small classes make Central Community College a great place to start.
Things you'll need tomorrow will help you understand. We put the future in your hands. Central Community College.
Final 4:43 of this Class C1 championship. You see the score. Scotus leads by 7. Bravettes need a bucket here. They have the basketball. And it's stolen away by Korth. Standing right there. Here they come. First time they get a chance to run. Pulls back. Wemhoff. Hello. Yes.
Rhea with the shot. Korth with the steal. That is a lethal combination. It helped them win the game against Gothenburg yesterday, and it has put them up 9 right now. Here it is. Korth inside. Wemhoff fakes, shoots, scores, hacked in the act, and she'll get a free throw to try to extend it to 10.
Tiffany Volk's first foul, 4th team foul for Battle Creek. A chance to go up by 10.
Do I have to pay the NBA if I say, I love this game?
This has been a good game.
I love this game.
Yes, it is a 10-point deficit for Battle Creek, but both teams have been scrapping all game. It's been a defensive struggle. And now the Bravettes have to try to turn this into an offensive struggle, especially on their end. Tiffany Volk. Shocker. Taunton. Here's Angie Klein. Fouled on the way up.
On the way up, and that may be the 4th one if they call that on Korth.
We'll find out. Official coming over and signaling. Number
That's it.
14.
That's her 4th. See right there, shows she gets her hand on it and pulled back. She'll sit down with 4:21 to go with a 10-point lead. Give her a chance to rest while the rest of the team tries to maintain that lead.
And Carrie Sliva will come in her place.
Sliva's done a good job up there.
Yes, she has. Both teams have done a fine job defensively. Loose ball in the middle, and Scotus with the defensive play. Wemhoff comes away with a loose change.
It seems like every time they try to spin move, there's somebody there to meet it, and that time they got the turnover, and that one could be costly.
Well, she had nothing but green shirts around her, had no chance that time. When you lose the basketball in a horde of green shirts, you're not going to come away with it. Shot by Wemhoff falls away, no good. Under 4 minutes to go. Bravettes trail by 10. Tiffany Volk, Angie Klein. Ponton. Back outside, shot is in.
Very nice way to spot the open person there in the post. That makes it now down. It's time to start talking possessions. It is still a 3-possession game with an 8-point lead.
Tanya Volk with 10 points playing with 4 fouls, and we're going to have a timeout called by Columbus Scotus as Kim Rickert signals to the official. 3 minutes, 27 seconds to go with Scotus with the basketball and an 8-point lead.
What a great game, and what's a bunch of great games earlier in the day. In Class C2, Sandy Creek, your champion, beating Emerson Hubbard 56-51. Class D2, Darcy Strikey and Chambers win their third straight championship, 79-57. Millard South, your Class A champion, 44-37. And in the Class D1 game completed not long ago, Lee over at Litchfield for their first ever state championship.
34-26, Columbus Scotus leads by 8, and an exciting basketball game we have for you here, and we have got one more to go. Coming up next, the Class B championship, Lincoln Pius X, the David against South Sioux City, the Goliath. And I'm serious.
A team that averages, I think, 95 points a game. We may see that one on the scoreboard light up tonight. We may see that.
The scoreboard has not shown one here in the Devaney Center since the Northern Iowa-Nebraska men's game. I was here for that one. Man, that was an offensive show.
I'll tell you what, Battle Creek right there put on an offensive show for 1 point with the play to the post there. They're going to need more of that in order to close that 8-point gap.
And Korth is back in the basketball game with 4 fouls. But her team leads by 8. Greiner, Wemhoff. Nearly stolen, but Wemhoff gets it back. Rickert. Now they're going to run clock. Scotus is going to use ball control here. Rickert's going to drive all the way in.
That's what you call controlling the ball till you get to the hoop and putting a layup in. Either way, it's the same thing.
Battle Creek was back on their heels. They expected Scotus to run some clock. Instead, Rickert with a nice drive. Here's a drive by Volk, but the off-balance shot does not fall. A foul will be called. And I believe that's going to go against Mindy Ponton of Battle Creek.
That's the kind of thing that really, really, really hurts you. When you go in there, the shot is a little bit out of control, then you foul. Right now, it's a 4-possession game, being 10 points.
And 2:50 to play. Korth against Volk. That's been a good one-on-one matchup today. Wemhoff nearly loses it, gets it back. Neither team has had much of a chance to run on transition because neither team has turned the basketball over very much. 2:28 to go. Scotus is going to run clock, and Battle Creek may need to think about fouling here. Because even though there's still over 2 minutes to go, it's still a 10-point lead, and you don't have the basketball. Look at Scotus just killing clock here.
Almost down to 2 minutes.
And now finally a foul committed by Tiffany Volk, her second.
It's been Scotus's game here in the second half. Battle Creek has only 4 field goals this half right now. 4 field goals and only 1 trip to the free throw line.
And 9 points total. Timeout on the floor taken by Battle Creek. We have 2 minutes and 9 seconds to go. Columbus Scotus still leads by 10. They have led most of the way in this basketball game. It was tied at the half at 17. But Scotus has taken things into their own hands here in the second half.
You know, these athletes here are very good athletes because they are trained well and they're well fed. But today, 1 in 10 people go hungry in the city of Lincoln, Nebraska. And for some Nebraska families, hunger is an everyday reality. But you can help support Check Out Hunger by participating Lincoln grocery stores. Add $1 to your grocery bill and the Food Bank of Lincoln will add a meal to someone's day. 10-11 encourages you to look for this display and help Lincoln check out hunger for good.
2:09 to go in regulation of the Class C1 championship game. And again, there are our friends from Battle Creek. They're not running with as much speed and effervescence as they were before. Perhaps those flags are getting a bit heavy now.
Yeah, they may be, and I think their hearts may be getting a bit heavy because there's 2 minutes to go, and their team is down by 10.
And Scotus has the basketball. And it will be Amy Wenhoff to trigger it in to Greiner. Guarded by Kim Ashker. 2 minutes to go. Scotus running clock. Volk trying to steal, and she'll be called with the foul on the attempted steal. Good play by Volk. They really needed to do that because Battle Creek finds themselves down by 4 possessions.
And Volk's a good athlete, and she almost got that pick right there. She hadn't disconnected on a little bit of arm, reaching across there. Sometimes if you knock the ball upward, you'll get the call because you're not actually going down on the arm.
Christy Korth with 6 points this evening, her first attempt at a foul shot. Scotus is 3 for 6 shooting as a team from the foul line, and she misses it, but the rebound inside to Rickert.
Rebounding has been the Achilles heel. 12 total for the game for Battle Creek, only 4 this half. Scotus has beaten them on the boards.
12-point Scotus lead, their biggest of the game. Interior pass, and she was tripped. I can't believe it wasn't a call. Tanya Volk fell to the floor.
You know, if we took a look at that again, I think you might see she tripped over her own foot on that one. The TV monitor here was kind of blocking Mike. Okay. Either way, it looked like she might have tripped over her own foot. Either way, it looked semi-inadvertent.
Shocker called with the foul. 18 foul on Battle Creek. Korth to go to the line, 1-1. No good, and this time Battle Creek comes away with the rebound. 95 seconds to go. Battle Creek needs to think threes now. But they're going to go inside instead, and this time an easy layup for Volk, Tanya Volk. And now a whistle and a foul called against Angie Klein. So back the other way we go.
Battle Creek, the championship caliber team, they're going to make Scotus earn this. They're going to make them go to the free throw line and prove themselves there, as a good team usually does. John Peterson's team, they've proven themselves all year. They're unbeaten. So is Battle Creek. And we're looking at a very nice 124 going down the stretch.
Shauna Greiner misses the foul shot, and that's a big miss because Battle Creek needed that one. They can cut the lead back to single digits, but there's only 1:18 to go. Trying to look inside again, but really they almost need to think threes, and Greiner comes away with the steal on the errant pass with 1:09 to go. And now a foul as Angie Klein is forced to commit the foul, her second, and now it's double bonus situation for Scotus.
Scotus only has 7 turnovers this game. I would be willing to bet they probably have many more steals than that, and they have come at opportune times when they've gotten like Battle Creek gets the rebound here, goes down and tries for some kind of a shot, and there's a turnover, more of a steal by Scotus than a turnover by Battle Creek. That's why Shauna Greiner is back on the line.
8 points now for Greiner, 3 of 4 shooting. 1:07 to go, 11-point lead. Still a 4-possession game, but that's 4 3-pointers. Second foul shot is good. 12-point lead now. And Scotus is closing in on a state championship. It would be their first. They were last year's tournament runner-up. Loose ball down low. No basket, though. No basket.
Yeah, they're going to wave it off. Say it was on the floor, but still a nice move by Battle Creek. They have not given up. They're going right back to that game plan. 12 points. It's a 4-possession game. It's a bit of a stretch. But then again, there's Clint Longley.
Third personal foul on Amy Wemhoff. 57.6 seconds to go. Battle Creek. Inside penetration. Shot is good by Volk. She's got 10 points now, but her team still trails by 10. And a quick foul against Kim Ashker.
And they're going to make Greiner go back to the line to prove herself again. Look for them every time they get the ball down low after a score to foul right away.
Greiner will return to the free throw line.
Free throw line for the Shamrocks, number 22, Shauna Greiner, shooting 2 shots.
Greiner now in double figures scoring. Rio Wemhoff has 11, and so too now does Greiner on 6 of 7 free throw shooting. Three-point shot. Oh, it goes.
Very nice. Let's see who they get this time.
9-point lead, 35 seconds to go. Scotus still has it. And a quick foul. And again, it will be Angie Klein committing the foul, her third.
And they'll send Carmen Burbach to the line. She is a 5'10 junior, averaging 8.3 a game and 4.6 rebounds. She simply wants 2 points on this one. One on the first free throw and the other one on the second. But she'll have to hit that first one in order to get that second one.
And Shauna Greiner, the lone senior on this Shamrock Ball Club, leaves the basketball game, her team ahead by 9. So if you don't think Scotus might not make a return trip next year, look again. Everybody comes back except one.
And don't count Battle Creek out. They only have 3 seniors, Klein being one of them, Sarah Peterson and Shocker being the other. So we could very well, just like the last game, have a rematch.
10-point lead, 30 seconds to go. Battle Creek needs to think threes here. Time running out. Kicks it out. 3-point shot by Klein is no good. Rebound to Scotus, and that will do it. And the smiles begin to show up on the faces, not only along the bench, but on the floor, as many of the non-starters will now get a chance to come into this game for Columbus Scotus.
Everybody gets to play. They can say they played in the state championship. Classy move by the coaches here.
And you can see the high fives over there along the far side.
I think they found their 4-leaf clover there, John.
They certainly did. This is their 3rd tournament appearance. As we mentioned before, they were the runner-up last year to Adams Central. As you can see, the tears for Battle Creek. Battle Creek, they do not lose these state championship games often. They're 5-2 in title games. Their last championship, though, coming in 1990. But that still doesn't take away from the pain. At the foul line is Stacy Roschke. Just falls away.
Final 15 seconds ticking away here in the Class C1 championship game.
Columbus Scotus with a steal. Here they come. 7 seconds left. This is a rare opportunity to see him run. With the transition, it's knocked out of bounds with 4 seconds left. Columbus Scotus will finish the season 25-0. They were the number 2 seed coming in. They will leave number 1. Inbounds play. The final seconds tick off. And Columbus Scotus are your Class C1 champions. 44-33, they defeat Battle Creek. The celebration will continue after this.
Taurus, now with 4-8 financing for 48 months or 600 cash back. And great new features like a standard V6 that's tune-up free for 100,000 miles, an air filtration system, flip-fold console, and more interior room than last year. All with 4-8 financing or 600 cash back at a price that's thousands less than Camry and Accord. So get a great car and a great value. Get Ford Taurus during the Great Percent event at your local Ford dealer.
We're all in search of answers. See us for the ones about cars. With the Big A Across America warranty program, we stand behind every part we sell. And with 1,500 locations across America, there's one near you.
Medal presentations underway. Here's public address announcer Rich Broderson.
To Crystal Reifenrath. Number 44,
Sheila Baker. Number 50, Sarah Peterson. Number 52, Alicia Podani. Number 22, Tiffany Volk. Number 24, Karen Schucker.
Great year, Karen.
Number 34, Tanya Volk.
Great ball game. You got that. You got a couple more great years.
Number 40, Angie Klein. And number 42, Mindy Ponton. All of you are welcome to receive the runner-up trophy for your school. Congratulations, Battle Creek High School, Class C1 State Runners-Up. And now to the champions. First, Coach John Peterson. We have a special award for you. Now, Coach, hand out the gold medals to your championship team members. We'll introduce them one by one. Number 12, Carrie Sliva.
Hey, what I tell you now?
Number 20, Stacy Roshi. Number 24, Sarah Kuhneman. Number 30, Nikki Jaswick. Number 32, Holly Van Ackeren. Number 34, Andrea Torzon. Number 40, Amy Wimhoff. Number 14, Christy Court. Number 22, Shauna Greiner. Number 42, Carmen Burbach. Number 44, Rhea Wimhoff. And number 50, Kim Rickert. The 1996 Nebraska Class C1 High School basketball champion is Columbus Scotus High School. Congratulations, players and coaches.
The luck of the Leprechaun was with Scotus, finishing the season unbeaten and the Class C1 Girls State Champions. Back with post-game interviews when we come back.
Ever since we introduced Premier Service here at the Ally Group, we've received lots of inquiries asking how to receive a Premier Service card. Well, there's just one way, Premier Allied Insurance Agents. Besides the finest training and technical support, we provide our agents with the capability to give you Premier Service 24 hours a day, 365 days a year. There are even more benefits that come with our card, but you'll have to ask your Allied agent. Insurance for your car, home, business, and life, with Premier Service available only from your Allied agent. Without this, all you have is insurance.
From the people that brought you finished business and a decade of dominance, Husker Vision presents Reflection of Perfection.
Anybody ever lose confidence? We're going to get it done. It's going to happen. But we're going to win this game. You know, that's the thing that's going to happen. We're going to win the game.
45-yard line inside the 40. Tommy inside. 39, 40, 45, 50, 45.
Call now to order your copy of Reflection of Perfection and relive the Huskers' second consecutive national title game.
These high school basketball statistics.
With every team, there has to be a runner-up, unfortunately, in these championship matchups. Coach Bob Snitchler, head coach of Battle Creek, your team the runner-up this year. What was the difference between the first half and the second? Your teams were knotted up even in the first half, but in the second half, Scotus seemed to pull away.
Well, the second half, we played pretty good defense, and we left Wimoff open on the wing there, and she got her shots down, and we come down, and we just didn't get our shots to go down. Plus, we didn't shoot enough times tonight, and that's you know, Scotus played a great defensive ball game, and we felt we played great defense, and it was one of those things that our offense just didn't click, and I think Scotus was a big reason for that.
Coach, you have a pretty young ball club. You're going to be back next year, I assume.
Well, I think so. I'm very proud of these kids. I think if you go, 25-0 and then get beat in the championship here, so we finished the season 25-1. I don't think we can say that we were that disappointed. You know, we've had a great year, and I told these kids if the season relied upon one ball game and we didn't have any fun playing the rest of the game, really maybe the game isn't worth playing. And then from that standpoint, they looked at me and I said, yeah, we've had a great time this year, and we're not going to let this championship loss foul that up.
Coach, best of luck next year.
All right, thanks a lot.
Quickly, the stats. Battle Creek shooting 47% to Scotus' 52. The big difference in the basketball game, turnovers in the second half. Battle Creek, 13 turnovers in the second half. We'll have more with the victorious Scotus Shamrocks after this.
The 1996 Girls State Basketball Finals are brought to you by NC Plus, America's down-to-earth seed company. Your local Ford dealer. Big A Auto Parts, America's Parts Pros. And Lincoln Telephone.
I believe the only way you get people to change is to make them feel things so strongly and so deeply that they have then the desire to want to change. This is a mother who used to beat her child, who said to me, what did I have to lose by trying not to beat my child? Instead of beating my child, I talk to my child, and I have a different child.
Oprah, weekdays at 3 on 10/11.
You're watching KOLN Lincoln and KGIN Grand Island.
Welcome back, everyone. Columbus Scotus, the Class C1 Girls Champions of 1996, 44-33 winners over Battle Creek. And joining me is the man who made it all happen, well, at least led it all to happen, John Peterson, the coach of the Columbus Scotus Shamrocks. This was a defensive game. Was this the way you had planned on it being?
Well, I was sure that it would be. Battle Creek plays great defense, and we have all year, and so I figured it would be low scoring. I was just hoping if we could hold them under 40, we had a great chance to win.
Tell you what, it looked like that you guys are very opportunistic on the steals. Is that really what you think turned the tide in the game, is getting timely steals?
Well, I think we definitely made some big steals. Probably the neat thing about this team is we have a lot of team quickness. Our guards, Shauna Griner and Christy Korth, are extremely quick, and Rhea Wimhoff makes lots of steals for us, and our posts do a great job inside. So that kind of made the difference in the game. We got a couple steals, and we converted on them, and just, you know, every time we get a steal, it's just one less possession for them.
It seemed to me that this team was very poised all the way down, and it's such a young team. Is that something fairly unique, you think?
Well, they play with a lot of poise, no doubt about it, and they're patient, and they work for good shots. They don't take poor shots. They have good shot selection, and we are good shooters. Probably the only negative thing about the whole tournament for us is our free throw shooting. We weren't real pleased with all that, but Hey, we made, Shawnee Griner stepped up, made 4 big ones there towards the end of that game that just kept them away. I mean, they just couldn't get back in the game then.
You had one of the toughest roads to hoe, being unbeaten, having to play unbeaten Gothenburg going into the semifinal game, and you win that one. Do you think that really tested your team and made them tough here in the final?
Well, without a doubt, but they were tough before they ever got here. We've been tested a lot in volleyball, and we've been tested in basketball, and they've always been able to step up to the challenge, and I really felt that they could. And you know, we hoped that we could hit some shots tonight to make the difference, and we did shoot the ball fairly well. I mean, even though the score was low, but we hit some crucial shots we needed to.
Coach, congratulations. Go back and bask in the glory of this state championship, okay?
We're going to enjoy it.
All righty, very much. There we go. Columbus Scotus, your Class C1 champions. Hey, we'll talk to the players and get their feelings on their state title after we come back.
Hi, this is Chris and Norm from T-Shirt Engineers. Today we're going to show you our computerized embroidery department. T-Shirt Engineers can reproduce your logo in embroidery or choose one of our 4,000 stock designs to stitch along with your message. It can be stitched on polos, T-shirts, caps, jackets, aprons, vests, almost anything. Whether you need one item or thousands, the place to be is T-Shirt Engineers for embroidery and monogramming. Right, Norm?
Karate and mutton. Cindy.
What are chops?
Yes, make a selection.
I'll take motion for 800, Alex.
In dance, the act of swiveling one's hips like a top. Steve.
What is to gyrate?
Good. Make another selection.
Let's try royalty for 600.
A greeting chanted by well-wishers at his coronation. Tom.
What is long live the king?
Right. It's your turn to select.
How about rock and roll for 400? Alex?
Jeopardy! Weekdays at 5 on 1011.
Backs were turned on us, doors closed, interviews terminated.
Investigate.
Critics claim people were being injured or killed, and that millions of Chrysler minivan owners were at risk because of faulty rear door latches.
Examine.
Inside Edition commissioned scientific tests, pressed for answers, and finally, Chrysler took action.
Don't give up.
When we believe our investigation can save lives, we don't give up.
Inside Edition, the guts to get the story.
Inside Edition, weekdays at 4 on 1011.
We sure are glad you're back with us here in the post-game of the Class C1 Championship, where Columbus Scotus comes out on top 44-33. We're awfully glad to be here with you and to be bringing you the champions, such as the only senior on the Shamrocks team, senior Shauna Griner, who goes out with a bang. Shauna, congratulations. What's it like as being the only senior on this team to have that net around your neck?
It's the greatest feeling. Dream come true. But I'll miss all the younger ones and the coaches.
It's been an interesting year for you, going through this year undefeated. When you started the year, obviously state was your goal, but did it really unfold the way you thought it would?
I didn't know if we'd get through undefeated, but it's great. Hasn't sunk in yet, but it's been great.
When is it going to sink in, do you think?
I'm not sure.
All righty, Shauna, congratulations. You're the team captain of this. We'll let you go enjoy everything with the coach. And we'll bring in a few more players right now. Rhea Wemoff, come on in here, Rhea. And she's got the other net around her neck, the net around the neck this time. Rhea, congratulations. You played an absolutely big game inside there. What was it like? Was it really physical in there from, like, the first quarter all the way down to the end?
Yeah, they're a pretty good defensive team, so they're always physical.
Mm-hmm. You guys were undefeated. They were undefeated. Did that have any bearing going into the game, or were they just another opponent?
We knew that they were going to be tough, but we knew that that we had to play good defense and work hard on our offense, and we could actually win the game.
Mm-hmm. Was this the toughest game, or was the Gothenburg game, or the first round game? Which one was the toughest game you're getting to state?
Well, I think this game was tougher just because it was a championship game, and we knew that the whole year they said that they could beat us, so we knew that we had to come through and beat them.
All righty, Rhea, congratulations. We'll let you go celebrate a little bit. And coming in here, what's your number, young lady? 50. We got Kim Record with us here. We're just getting to know you guys, and you guys are state champions. It's wonderful. Can I have your autograph?
Sure.
All righty, Kim. What was it like for you out there and winning the state championship when the buzzer ended?
Oh, it was just incredible. I just jumped up and down. I don't know. It was just incredible.
All righty. Was this the toughest game, you think, for your team?
I think probably because it was a state championship and we had a lot of pressure on us because they did say that they could beat us, and we knew we wanted them and we could take it at them.
Congratulations. Nice medal there. Go celebrate with the rest of your team, okay? You betcha. And here we go with the architect of the steal, you might say, Christy Korth. You came up huge on a couple of those plays out there. You were wonderful.
Oh,
Yeah, that was it a fun game out there for you guys? You guys looked like you had smiles on your face toward the end of the second quarter, and of course at the end of the game when you won it. Was it really a fun game?
Oh yeah, like Coach said, everything's supposed to be fun. We're just supposed to go out there and have fun and just stick to our skills and just enjoy it.
All righty, well, we're going to let you go out there. Hey, ladies, we got one more here. I think we have Carmen Burbach with us. Carmen, another one of the big cogs down there down low, shutting out Battle Creek's inside game. Do you think that was really the key, you guys having two people on them when they got them down low?
Yeah, it was really crucial. We knew going in that they had that Volt inside, and she's a tough player. We couldn't let her get it. So our goal was pretty much just not let her get it in there.
Okay, well, you did a wonderful job. I want your teammates to come in here. Ladies, come on in. Where's the hardware? Where's the hardware? Okay, well, it's not in there, but I think we have a bunch of excited ladies. Ladies, how excited are you to be the champions? The response seems to be uniform. Columbus Scotus, your Class C1 champions. That's why they have the arms around each other. And we'll be back with the last game of the night when we come back.